It's 2 a.m., and sleep still hasn't found you. The house is quiet. Everyone else is asleep. But your mind has other plans. It's busy running through tomorrow's to-do list like a countdown clock you can't silence. If this is you right now, there's nothing wrong with you, and you're not alone. Tonight, we're gonna do something different. Not just tips for managing overthinking. Actual self-soothing techniques you can use right here, right now. Small, gentle practices for the moments when the weight of the world feels especially heavy. These are techniques that actually hold up at 2 a.m. when everything else falls away. The single most accessible self-soothing tool you have is your breath. You've probably heard someone say, "just breathe," before. And when anxiety is running high, those words can feel frustratingly dismissive. But here's the thing. Most people never actually learn how to breathe for nervous system regulation. There's a technique called the 4-7-8 breath. It was developed by Dr. Andrew Weil, and it works by activating your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for rest and calm. Here's how it works. Try this right now, wherever you are. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold that breath for a count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now exhale completely through your mouth, making a gentle whoosh sound for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 1 cycle. The long exhale helps to lower your heart rate. It signals to your body that you are safe. Try it out at your own pace, allowing your attention to rest on the rhythm of your breath. Then we'll continue. That gentle shift you might be feeling, that slight heaviness in your limbs, that's your nervous system beginning to trust that it can let go. You can use the 4-7-8 breathing technique at 2 a.m., in the middle of a stressful day, or any time you need to relax. Being awake in the middle of the night doesn't just involve a racing mind. Your body is also holding tension right now, even if you don't feel it. Your jaw might be clenched. Your shoulders might be raised, even slightly. Your hands might be curled into loose fists under your pillow. Sometimes, the only way to quiet the mind is to first quiet the body. One way is to use a technique called progressive muscle relaxation. It's one of the most effective self-soothing techniques for nighttime anxiety because it gives your brain a physical task to focus on. Here's how it works. Lie on your back if you can. Close your eyes if that feels safe. Don't forget to breathe deeply while doing these muscle relaxation exercises. Now, start with your feet. Curl your toes as tightly as you can. Hold that tension for 5 seconds. And now, release. Let your feet go completely limp. Notice the difference between the tension and the release. That difference, that's what we're looking for. Now, tighten your calves and thighs. Squeeze everything. Hold that tension for 5 seconds. And release. Moving on to your stomach. Pull your stomach in tight. Hold that tension for 5 seconds. And let it go soft. Take your hands and make fists. Squeeze. Hold that tension for 5 seconds. And release. Let your fingers rest gently, wherever they naturally fall. Now, raise your shoulders up toward your ears. Hold that tension for 5 seconds. And release. Moving on to your jaw. Clench your teeth gently. Feel the pressure. Hold that tension for 5 seconds. And release. Let your mouth fall slightly open. Let your tongue rest heavy in your mouth. Now for your forehead. Scrunch it tight. Hold that tension for 5 seconds. And smooth it out. Now take a full breath in for a count of 5. And as you exhale, let your entire body sink into the surface beneath you. For the next few moments, simply rest here and notice how your body feels. Try using the 4-7-8 breathing technique you practiced earlier. One of the most powerful things you can do at 2 a.m. is get the spiraling thoughts out of your head. Anxious thoughts loop in your head because they have nowhere to go. Externalization gives them a door. Externalization simply means getting your thoughts out of your head and into the world around you. When worries stay trapped in your mind, they tend to grow louder. Giving them somewhere to go can make them feel more manageable. There are a few ways to do this. Pick the one that feels least overwhelming right now. The first is a brain dump. Keep a notebook by your bed. You don't need anything fancy. A cheap spiral notebook is perfect. When your mind starts spinning, turn on a small lamp and write. No editing or organizing allowed. Just write everything down. Every worry, fear, and random thought. Putting thoughts on paper helps move them out of the brain's emotional alarm system and into the part of the brain responsible for reasoning and perspective. Journaling literally changes how your brain processes the information. There's a technique in dialectical behavior therapy called temperature anchoring. It's used for intense emotional distress, and it works remarkably well for nighttime spiraling. The science is simple. Cool temperatures can trigger your body's dive reflex, helping slow your heart rate and calm your nervous system. It's like a hard reset for your nervous system. Here's a gentle version you can try, without leaving your bed. Keep a glass of cool water on your nightstand. Not ice cold, just cool enough to feel. When the thoughts start racing, pick up the glass. Hold it in both hands. Feel the temperature against your palms. Now take a slow sip. Don't rush. Feel the cool water move down your throat. Feel it settle in your stomach. This does two things. First, it gives your brain a physical sensation to focus on instead of the spiral. Second, it hydrates you. Dehydration can worsen nighttime anxiety, something no one talks about. If you need something stronger, splash cool water on your face, or press a cool, damp cloth to the back of your neck. These techniques are effective because they encourage your body to exit fight or flight mode and calm down. Visualize an empty chair in the corner of your room. Imagine each worry taking the shape of its own person. One by one, invite each person, or each worry, to sit in the chair. Acknowledge them. Thank them for trying to protect you. And then tell them, I will deal with you in the morning. You don't need to sit in my bed. It sounds simple, but this kind of symbolic separation can be surprisingly powerful at 2 a.m. When anxiety pulls you into the future, the what ifs and the worst case scenarios, the antidote is to stay in the present moment, but in a real, tangible, sensory way. This is a nighttime adaptation of the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique is a simple exercise that helps when your mind gets stuck in what-if thinking. By paying attention to your senses, it gently brings you back to the present moment. So instead of getting pulled into anxious thoughts, it gently reconnects you with what's happening around you right now. In the dark of your room, find 5 things you can feel. The texture of your sheets, the weight of your blanket, the cool side of the pillow, the smooth surface of your nightstand, the soft fabric of your sleepwear. Now, focus on 4 things you can hear. The hum of the refrigerator, the distant sound of traffic, or the absence of it, your own breathing, the creak of the house settling. Now, focus on 3 things you can smell. The faint scent of laundry detergent on your pillow, the smell of the night air through your window, the subtle fragrance of the candle on your nightstand. And 2 things you can taste. The lingering coolness of water in your mouth, the faint taste of toothpaste. And the one thing you know to be true, right now, in this exact moment. You are safe. You are breathing. You are here. This bed, this room, this moment, it is real. The fears in your head are possibilities, not certainties.
There's one more technique to leave you with tonight, and it might be the hardest one. Because when you're lying awake at 2 a.m., it's very easy to become your own worst critic. Why can't I just fall asleep like a normal person? What's wrong with me? Tomorrow is going to be ruined because I can't get it together. That voice only makes the anxiety worse. Dr. Kristen Nef, who pioneered the research on self-compassion, talks about treating yourself the way you would treat a close friend. So let's try this. Place one hand on your chest, the other on your stomach. Feel the warmth of your own touch. And say this to yourself, out loud or silently. This is hard right now, and it's okay that it's hard. I'm not broken. Many people are lying awake right now, feeling exactly what I'm feeling. I can be gentle with myself tonight. You don't have to believe these words yet. Just offer them to yourself, like you would offer a glass of water to someone who is thirsty. Self-soothing isn't about fixing yourself or making the anxiety disappear. It's about holding yourself through it and showing yourself compassion without adding more suffering on top of the pain that's already there.
We covered a lot of techniques in this video. You don't have to use all of them. You don't have to remember them all. Just pick one. Maybe it's the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Maybe it's the brain dump notebook. Or even placing your hand on your chest and offering yourself a gentle word. Whichever technique you choose, know that it's enough. If this video helped you tonight, or if there's a technique that works for you that wasn't mentioned here, share it in the comments. Your experience matters, and what works for you might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. For gentle support when your thoughts get louder after dark, subscribe to the channel. You can also download our free Calm Kit by joining the weekly newsletter. Links are in the description. Until next time, be gentle with yourself tonight. You deserve that.